Hello everyone, welcome back to Craps 101 The Basics. This is session 3 on the more exotic craps bets, the bets the casinos won't let you win too much money on. My name is Joe from Feel Like Craps, and let's begin the discussion today. We will begin with a discussion of the VIG. These exotic bets pay at true odds, and you can make them at any time during a game, once a game is in session, and even some of these bets in between when the puck is off. Because these bets do pay at true odds, the casino doesn't make money on them. Thus, they collect a tax on them in order for you to play them. The tax is called the vigorish, or the VIG, the juice for short. It is a 5% tax on winnings or amounts bet, and that depends on the bet. We'll get more into that in future slides. Some casinos will collect the VIG at the time the bet is made. Others will collect it upon the bet winning. Dealers will let you know one way or another what the casino's policy is on VIG collection. Our first bet that we will discuss is the lay bet. This is a bet that our buddy Big Red will be rolled before the number that you're laying the bet on. The lay bet is placed in the same spot that a don't come bet would go to, that is behind the number, and usually it'll be marked with a lay marker or a little lay circular chip that'll go on top of the bet. And again, because that bet is in the dealer's work area, you will place the bet in the come bar and tell the dealer you'd like that you would like to lay the certain number. Lay bets pay the same as if you had placed don't pass odds on a particular number. That is to say, the inverse of what the true odds payment on a pass line bet would be. The 4 to 10 would pay 1 to 2, 5 to 9, 2 to 3, and 6 to 8, 5 for every 6. And all these payouts are minus the 5% VIG if it's not collected at the time that the bet's being made. The second bet that we will discuss is the buy bet. Buy bets are marked with the circular marker that says buy on them, and they're placed inside the numbers box, closer to the bottom of the box, above where a place bet would be placed, but below where, say, a come bet would be placed. And again, it is in the dealer's work area, so any bets need to go into the come bar with instructions to the dealer on that you want to buy the certain number. And sometimes, for instance, on a 4 and 10, if you go above a certain amount of place bet on them, they will auto buy those numbers for you. The bet will return true odds to you in the event that the number you buy rolls before Big Red does. The buy bets follow the pass odds. If you would put odds on the pass line, that is to say, the 4 to 10 will pay 2 to 1, 5 to 9, 3 to 2, and the 6 to 8 will pay 6 to 5. 6 and 8 will pay 6 for every $5 bet. And all these payouts, of course, minus the 5% VIG if it's not collected at the time that the bet's made. A couple of notes here on lay and buy bets. First, we'll discuss the buy bet. So you want to get true odds, huh? This particular buy bets are used most commonly in place of a place bet on a 4 and or 10 that is $20 or higher. Most tables, from what I'm hearing, most tables will auto buy it if it's a 20 or above. They'll automatically buy the number for you and take it off the place, off of a place bet, because it will pay you better. It will pay you $1, I think $2 or $3 better on a $20 bet after they take the VIG out. Even after the VIG is collected on a 4 or 10 buy bet, the payout is still better than the place bet. The place bet returns you 9 for every 5. The buy bet gets you 2 to 1 or 10 to 5. So you are making an extra $1 for every unit that you buy as opposed to place on a 4 or 10. You can buy any point number. And you can lay any point number, that is to say, any 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, or 10 as you go along in the game. You have the option to either buy or lay those numbers. The vig on a buy bet is $1 for every $20 that you bet. So the easiest convention, 5% of $20 is $1. So for every $20 you bet, you're going to owe $1 in vig should that particular number roll before Big Red does. Now we will discuss lay bets, betting on Big Red. Again, most commonly used on the 4 and 10 due to the ease in calculating the vig. The payout is simply 1/2 of whatever you put down, minus that 5% collection of the vig. Again, if the number that you lay rolls before Big Red, the bet's a loser. And to go back up on it, you have to pay the vig again. Or pay it either at the time or if the bet wins, depending on the casino. And again, the helpful hint for the vig calculation, it's 1% vig for a lay bet is based on how much the bet would win. And again, 4 and 10 are the easiest to calculate the vig on. The 5, 6, 8, and 9 can be laid, but can be placed a lay bet on. But the calculation of the vig is a little complex, and if you do that, tip your dealers because you're going to put a little bit of extra work on them. Example, $40 lay bet on a 4. Should Big Red roll before the 4 would win $20 or half, and thus the vig would be 5% of the 20 that you won, which is $1. So the bet would win $19 after the vig. Such a case. Now, this is not so much an exotic bet as just another in the series of bets that you can place at a craps table called a put bet. The put bet is placed in the same area that a come bet would be placed. It's inside the number being put and toward the middle of the box, just like if you had placed a come bet on a number without going through the come bar. This basically is a bet, a point bet on a number without using the pass line or the come section to book the bet. You can tell the dealer to put you on a number. And again, everything would go in the come bar and you tell the dealer to put you on a certain number. Should the bet win, just like a point bet, the payout is 1-to-1. And odds can also be placed on a put bet, just like if you had bet on the pass line or used the come area to place your bet. You can put odds just like normal and pass line odds. It follows the pass line odds conventions as far as payouts and true odds. A couple of points to ponder for the put bet. It is a way to get around the pass or the come area and go directly on a number. It does have some advantages and some disadvantages as far as the casino. It is the casino preferred method. That is, if you were to go on the pass line or the come and you win on a come out 7 or 11, they don't have to pay you for those if you go directly to the number. So the risk is off of them a little bit because you're automatically going on. However, by doing such, a pro for the player would be you mitigate the risk of losing a pass line or a come bet if a craps number rolls on the come out roll. Because a craps number on a come out roll would kill the pass line or the come. And once you put yourself on a number, Big Red still mercilessly takes it away if it rolls before that number. So basically, think of a put bet as going around the pass line or the come bar and going directly on a number. You're putting yourself on that number. We'll discuss briefly the Big 6, Big 8 bet because it is on the layout. So most of the layouts now it's not on this bet. This is basically betting that the 6 or 8 will roll before Big Red. They're not combined bets. they place separate bets for each one. So one bet on the 6, separate bet on the 8. Again, it is much more economical to make a place bet on the 6 or 8 because these big 6, big 8s, they return 1-to-1. The place, rather, if you place a 6 or 8, you're going to get paid 7 for every 6. So it's going to win you more money to place the number than it is to big 6, big 8 it. And plus that position on the craps board layout is a tricky position because not every player who's going to play has easy access to that area, and the bets can get confusing for the dealers to deal with. So many the contemporary layouts now don't even have a big 6, big 8 section on them for that reason. But we figured we would just explain it quickly what the payout was and how the dynamics of the big 6, big 8 work. Just for reference, I do not recommend betting them. Again, you're better off going on the place for the 6 or 8 because it pays you more money and the same rules apply. If Big Red rolls before the 6 and 8, you're going to lose those bets as well. So you may as well bet where there's more money available to you in the event that you win. Last but not least here, we're going to discuss some craps etiquette. First and foremost, keep your bets in a straight line on the layout in front of you. Where you are, draw the invisible straight line, keep your bets straight in front of you. This way both you and your dealer know which bets are yours, especially if the table is crowded. If a bet goes into the dealer's work area that is placed by the dealer, they know where your bet is if it's in their workspace. So you don't need to worry about that. You just need to make sure that the bets in your work area where you can place bets are straight ahead of you. When rolling the dice, make sure they hit the back wall of the table without going off the table. You may be asked to re-roll if both the dice do not hit the back wall. If one or more dice go off the table, you're definitely going to have to re-roll. When you hear dice are out, that's the cue that the shooter has the dice in hand and to get your hands off the table so as not to interfere with the soon-to-be rolling dice. Get your hands high and out of the way because when you hear dice are out, time is almost ready for a roll. So be prepared. And once again, we cannot stress it enough. Do not refer to that whole number between 6 and 8 by its actual name at the table. Big Red will get the point across and keep superstitious people happy. Again, congratulations. This is the completion of our 3-part introductory series of Craps 101. We hope you have enjoyed the material, and we are working on getting some equipment so that we can video some live rolls for you and some friendly competitions between certain strategies. I do want to get that started as well. So in the meantime, please like and subscribe to the channel for further content, and we hope this 3-part series has been informative and instructive for you, and hope to see you at the table. Good luck, and any questions, please feel free again to like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you at the table, and we hope you feel like craps.